Hey, two people or family. So I've read you an excerpt of my book, Moreau Family Diaries, which I'll have at the very end of this movie, so stay tuned. I've also read you a poem from Joey's on My Joint book, Potpourri of Love, of Poetry, from 2 Feet Below, which I'll also have at the end of this video, so stay tuned for this. But today, I wanted to read you an excerpt from my anthology children's book, The Friendly Giant's Fantastical Tales. Now, the Friendly Giant is a character that my dad told us about as kids, and his dad told him about, but it was never put to paper. So now it is, and I'm trying to get it published. So here is the first story. It is The Friendly Giant and the Bully. Has she come out yet? Asked Rachel's dad, Kenneth. No, she hasn't. I asked her what happened, and all she'd say is, "Why, Mom? Why?" exclaimed Rachel's mom, Lisa. Honey, why don't you come down and tell Dad what's happened? Pleaded Kenneth. Upstairs, a muffled sob could be heard. No. Walking up the mahogany steps to the child's closed bedroom door, Lisa asked Rachel if she'd come and join them for dinner. She said no. Sitting at the table, she and her husband ate in silence. Rachel never came to eat. Rachel's parents watched the 10 o'clock news, checking on Rachel every 10 to 15 minutes or so, then went to bed, more curious and baffled at what could have happened to their daughter. With the lights shut off and the family pooch Blue tucked into his little bed with his stuffed lamb, no one heard the familiar clip-clop, clip-clop. Rachel, whispered a friendly voice. One huge blue eye peered into the 3-piece window. Go away, came the small voice from under the pillow. I don't want to talk to anybody. Rachel, I know what happened. Please come here. I've got something to show you and tell you. Rachel glared from under the pillow. She heard the sincerity in his voice and saw the sincerity in the eye that looked in the window, although she still didn't want to talk to anybody. The Friendly Giant was the one she couldn't resist. As he gently put his hand in the window and laid it on the floor, Rachel wiped her eyes with the back of her sleeve of her Eeyore nightie. Then she was ready. When she was ready, Rachel climbed into the Friendly Giant's waiting palm. Carefully, the Friendly Giant maneuvered his hand so Rachel wouldn't bump her head on the top of the window frame as he lifted her to his special shirt pocket. Now, this was no ordinary shirt pocket, no siree. This pocket had all the things a little boy or girl could possibly want ever. From Cokes to Dr. Peppers to milkshakes of every flavor to Slurpees of every flavor. And that's just the beginning. There were candies of every possible kind, from Three Musketeers to Snickers to Milky Ways to jelly beans of every flavor. Whatever your heart desired was yours. Whatever the temperature was outside, the Friendly Giant's special pocket was just perfect. How? All by magic. In front of Rachel was a huge window for her to see out. The houses and cars looked tiny from where she sat. The telephone poles looked like toothpicks standing upright. Rachel even saw a couple of dogs that barked as she and the Friendly Giant passed. She laughed when she heard them because from where she was, they sounded like mice squeaking angrily as the Friendly Giant took long strides to step over houses, blocks at a time. Clip, clop, clip, clop. You said you had something to show me. Where are you going? Rachel looked up through the opening of the magic pocket to the Friendly Giant's smooth chin. Home. Goody. Rachel liked going to Giant Land. Everything was huge, which meant Sundays that lasted days, weeks, months without going bad. It meant seeing Mommy Friendly Giant, Daddy Friendly Giant, Uncle Crunch with his stubbly beard that tickled your face. The Friendly Giant's kid sister, Baby Friendly Giant, and all the other giants of the land. It was a perfect world. Much better than mine, Rachel thought, thinking about her day. The Friendly Giant peered into its pocket thoughtfully. Rachel settled into her favorite beanbag chair and watched as the scenery changed from her world to the land of the giants. Clip, clop, clip, clop. As she peered out, she saw a bustling village full of giants of various sizes going about their daily business. She thought it was funny to hear all the different clip-clops of the different giants. It wasn't Diagon Alley from Harry Potter's world, but it was busy nonetheless. Here and there, giants greeted the Friendly Giant, bowing if they were boy giants and curtsying if they were girl giants. But all of them peered into the Friendly Giant's magical pocket window to wave at Rachel. Then she'd laugh uncontrollably as huge face after huge face looked in on her, smiling with an equally huge hand waving at her. Then she'd get bounced around like she was on a trampoline when the Friendly Giant would start giggling too. About 30 minutes later, and hundreds of highs, hellos, and highs later, they were in Giant Land. Rachel looked from left to right, taking in everything. The Friendly Giant, deciding Rachel needed a better view, gently scooped her from his magic pocket into the cup of his palm, where she sat Indian style, feeling the cool breeze on her face. From her better than bird's eye view, Rachel could see for miles. Far below her, she could see green grass with tufts of red, blue, and purple colored flowers, as well as all the other colors of the rainbow. Off a ways, Rachel saw a gray shadow of mountains that rose majestically to meet the clouds. From the mountain, Rachel saw a waterfall that fell in billowy, watery sprinkles when it met the stream that she and the Friendly Giant were coming to. The air smelled sweet with the smells of different flowers as well as the freshness of the water. On the other side of the stream, a group of Arabian horses played, running to and fro. They looked so carefree, so free of others making fun of them, thought Rachel of her predicament at school. The Friendly Giant felt her thoughts. "Let's sit here, shall we?" said the Friendly Giant in his smooth, deep voice as he gently set Rachel in the grass at his side. "Okay. So how are things going since we last saw each other?" The Friendly Giant chose his words carefully. Rachel took a deep, sighing breath and looked across the stream at the horses and noticed there were unicorns playing among the flower thickets. She hid her face behind her wavy brown hair and said, "Well, you know, Ben." The Friendly Giant nodded. "Everybody calls him Gentle Ben." "Yeah, right." "What's he been doing?" asked the Friendly Giant, his big blue eyes looking down upon Rachel. "He's always picking on me," Rachel erupted. "Today, for instance, at playtime, I was minding my own business on the swings when he came up to me and pushed me hard into a big mud puddle. So it hurt my knee when I fell." Rachel sniffed, showing the Friendly Giant her bruised knee. "And he always makes fun of me, or makes me give him my lunch money." The Friendly Giant thought about this for a moment. Then he said, "See that building over there?" He was pointing across the stream. Rachel nodded, looking at the building that looked more like a hospital from the size of it. "That's where I used to go to school when I was your age." Rachel's eyebrows rose. She could imagine the Friendly Giant as a baby Friendly Giant. The Friendly Giant smiled at her amazement. When I was your age, there was another giant bigger than I was, who always did the same thing. His name was Bobby. One day he tripped me in the cafeteria and I fell. I got food all over the floor and myself. I even hurt my knee. The friendly giant showed Rachel a scar on his boulder-sized knee. He got in trouble for doing that to me, and he told me he was going to get even with me. I was scared for my life. Rachel's eyebrows went higher and higher with every sentence the friendly giant said. I waited and waited for the beating I knew Bobby was going to give me, but it never came. Then one day Bobby didn't show up for class. I expected him to come from behind a tree and pound me, but it never happened. A week went by and Bobby still wasn't in class. Rachel's eyebrows couldn't go any higher. Then one day I saw him walking alone by my house. I swallowed hard and approached him. I asked him how he was doing and he said he was fine, but he wouldn't look at me. I could tell he'd been crying, so I asked him if he was all right. He said yes, but then he sniffed and I saw the black eye he had. Rachel's hand went to her mouth. I asked him what happened, and he told me somebody bigger than he had pounded him. I felt sorry for him. You know what he did? Rachel shook her head. You know, he apologized to me for everything he'd done to me. After that, we were the best friends. We still see each other around town and talk. Rachel smiled. So you see, just because you're bigger than someone doesn't make it right for you to make fun of them or hurt them. There's always going to be somebody just a little bit bigger than you are. So it's better to treat people nice. It's called the golden rule. Rachel sat quietly thinking and looking across the stream at the friendly giant's school. So, you ready to go? The friendly giant asked, seeing the sun was setting on the horizon and already knowing the answer. He was holding his hand out to Rachel for Rachel to climb into. She looked like a tiny speck of dust in the center of the humongous hand. She was sitting comfortably in the mesh bucket given for the walk home. Clip, clop, clip, clop. When they arrived back at Rachel's home, and when the friendly giant had let Rachel back into her room, Rachel turned to the friendly giant and said, "Thank you for showing me where you went to school. I had a fun time, and I think I'll try talking to John Ben. Maybe he's not so bad after all." The friendly giant winked, the one huge blue eye that was looking in Rachel's window, and smiled. Then he was gone. The next day in school, Rachel slowly approached Ben. She was scared, but she remembered what the friendly giant had said, and did it anyway. Hi, Ben. Would you like to be my friend? To her astonishment, Ben turned around with a smile on his face. And said, sure. Rachel and John Ben went off hand in hand to the playground as a warm, fuzzy feeling tickled Rachel's tummy. Okay, guys, so that was the first story in the Friendly Giant's Fantastical Tales. I hope you enjoyed it, and as much as I enjoyed reading it to you and writing it. And I hope I can get it published pretty quickly, because I think there are a lot of good stories with a lot of good morals in it. Alright, guys, so thanks for your time. Be good to each other. Love you. And check you later.